We will start the prayer story, Nama's Glory, a story of Nama's glory. This concerns the family of Bhagwan before he came down to the south, giving up everything. The family had to struggle a lot. After Bhagwan had this madness, he had to give up everything and completely steeped in God madness. He was wandering all over. His wife, Mataji Ram Ranjani Devi, had to take up some teacher's training, and she was staying in a place called Ichak and working there as a teacher with her daughters and the son for 19 years. This Ichak is just 14 kilometers away from a place called Hazaribagh. Hazaribagh is a city, Ichak is a village. And this Hazaribagh is just 100 kilometers from Ranchi. Now, Swami's daughter, Ma Devi, had settled down in Ichak with her mother. Her youngest daughter was also living there with her husband. Husband's name is Amresh. There's Amresh and Reena. They were running a school there, and it's not exactly a school. It became a tuition center because hardly people joined the school. There were only 50 students, and the school had only up to 5th standard. There was only a meager income from this for the family. So in order to supplement it, Amresh started to work as a primary veterinary health service. So he was earning again a little income from that, but that wasn't enough either. But then the whole family visited the ashram in 2008. And after this visit, when they went back to their village, things began to improve dramatically. His school of 50 students, by mere tuition center, now has become a real school from 50 to 150 students, 150 students to 300 students. So it was becoming fast a big school of 300 students. And some of those co-founders who were working with him quarreled and they left. And what was more, he was not only earning more money now, he was also earning enemies. Some of those people in the village did not like his progress in life. So they were all waiting for a chance to catch him. And it was about 2015 that one day, one of his students, only 7 years old, a boy, was hit in the eye. His teacher, who found him guilty about something, was waving a rod before a female teacher, and when she did it, somehow it got a little too close and hit the boy in the eye. Even she did not expect it, and the boy didn't expect it either. But the hurt was done. The eye was damaged. What was more, some liquid started to ooze out. And the boy was in great pain. Amresh heard about it, immediately rushed to the place with the parents of the boy, and they carried him over to the nearby city, Hazaribagh. Went around begging every doctor for some relief, for some treatment of this boy. But seeing the condition of the boy, all the doctors refused. Even the most famous Bengali doctor, a friend of this family, said, not possible to give any relief to this boy. He has lost his eye. We cannot recover it. We cannot restore it. Then Amresh could not just stand by and watch the whole thing. He rushed again, 100 kilometers. He rushed to Ranchi. And again he went and begged all those doctors, the private doctors, and all of the same story repeated there. Everybody said, no, we can't do anything about it. And there is one Rajendra government hospital. So finally, he rushed the boy. You see, the minutes were precious. They were ticking by. They had to do some treatment immediately, but this took a lot of time. And then finally, he had no other go. He begged those people, and they admitted the boy in the hospital and said, we would try. Now that was a great thing for Amrish, where every other doctor denied any treatment at all. These people had come forward to try at least. Okay. So the boy got admitted. They had fixed a date for operation, and the operation was also done. In the meantime, right from the moment Amrish's wife heard the news that one of the school boys was hit in the eye and was in great pain, and the husband and parents are running around begging the doctors for a treatment, she just lighted a lamp before the picture of Bhagwan, started to pray, started to chant his name, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, and pray and pray and pray. Beena Dikshit also joined, and ceaselessly they were praying and praying. They were almost screaming and praying, begging and begging and begging Bhagwan. Reena, in all her innocence, childlike innocence, even prayed this. She said, Bhagwan, you have got thousands of eyes. Please give one eye to this little poor boy. Bhagwan must have heard it, because the operation was done, and then the doctor said they could tell anything definite only after 3 days. The boy had the iPad, and it would be open only after 3 days. So these people were chanting the name and waiting, holding their breath for some relief. And then the day came when they removed the iPad of the boy. And when the boy opened his eyes, he shouted in joy, oh, I can see you all. Imagine that moment, how Amresh, the whole family would have felt, how the parents would have felt, given up as hopeless by every doctor, that Amresh, this boy, could recover his eyesight was a great wonder to everybody. The doctors there admitted that it was a pure miracle. How this boy could have retained the eyesight in spite of the damage, known only to God. So such a wonder. All those people, the enemies of Amrish, who were waiting for a chance to drive him out of the village, were defeated by the grace of Bhagwan. And Amrish's honor was saved, the school's honor was saved. Above all, the poor little boy got back his eyesight. This is the glory of Yogi Ramsuratkumar Nama. The ceaseless chanting of his name, the ceaseless prayer offered, got this miracle done. So invocation of grace is absolutely necessary. For this we have to do this tapas. because the suffering, the present suffering of the world is due to the collective karma of all in the world. So we need really a huge grace to set right the situation, and for which we have to continue chanting the name ceaselessly and keep offering our prayers at His feet. So let us do our evening prayer. This evening is a very special evening in the sense this evening twilight was the time when Lord Mahavishnu took the incarnation of Sri Narasimha. His devotee, the little boy Prahlada, with single-minded devotion, when he called out Narayana, Sri Mahavishnu broke open the pillar and jumped out in the form of half lion and half human. And what was more, he did what was needed at that time to kill the embodiment of all atrocities, Sri Hiranyakashipu. So at the calling out, Narayana jumped out of the pillar and came and killed this man who was a dictator, who said only he should be worshipped. There should be no God worship anywhere. Only Hiranyakashipu should be worshipped by every citizen. And what was more, he was keeping the whole nature under his control, spoiling it. There was only a lot of drinking, meat eating, and making merry everywhere. People had forgotten dharma. People had forgotten God. And they did not fear anything. And people did whatever came to their mind, claimed it as their right, and indulged in promiscuity and in all kinds of atrocities, and calling it the joy of life. So it required Lord Narayana to come out at the right time, and the right time was only when a bhakta like Prahlada called out the name Narayana. When the Devas went and complained to Mahavishnu, see, this man, the Hiranyakashipu, is ruling the world with adharma. Please bring an end to this, that we are all suffering so much in different ways. Please come and save us, rescue us from his clutches. Mahavishnu said, a bhakta would be born to Hiranyakashipu himself as his son, my bhakta. And at the right time, when he calls out my name, I would come and do the job for all of you. Then the Devas asked him, Swami, we are all suffering so much. Don't you see how we are suffering? And we are calling out to you. Why should you think that only Prahlada should come and call out and then you would come? Then Mahavishnu said, Prahlada will have the right mentality. He would not seek killing of even the evil. He would leave it to me. Whereas you people are coming and approaching me for killing him. Even for the right reasons, killing is still a sin. Whereas he would be free of that also, and he would have single-minded devotion towards me. And he would call out my name. So, today was the evening when it happened that one single note, one single nama from the mouth of the devotee Prahlada, the little boy Prahlada, brought out Narasimha Murti, the terrible looking, half lion, half human form, jumped out of the pillar and killed that very embodiment of adharma. So this is the moment, this is the auspicious time that we have to seek the Bhagavan's blessings for a similar event. You see, this we have all been hearing so many stories for the past few days. One of them was when Sri Radhakrishnan visited Sannadi Street House, and when he was seated before Bhagwan Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar said, Radhakrishna, are you doing Sandhya Vandan? And while doing Sandhya Vandan, are you calling out the name of Rama, Krishna, Trivikrama, Vamana, etc.? Yes, Swami. Radhakrishna, know that all these names are my names. When I took all those incarnations and lived in those times, and now in this Kali Yuga, my name is Yogi Ramsuratkumar. Please include this in your Sandhya Vandan, your worship, the twilight worship. So you see, it is Yogi Ramsuratkumar. It's not the man with the turban and the panchakacham. It is the Chaitanya within him that came out as Narasimha and killed that Hiranyakashipu. So we shall appeal to this great Chaitanya, the infinite, vibrant consciousness, which has taken many, many incarnations over many years, many ages. Bhagwan, beloved Bhagwan, just as you did the killing of Hiranyakashipu, the Rakshasa, that day, please come out in the right form today to kill this coronavirus, the Rakshas, and free the entire world from its clutches. And Bhagwan, bring back normalcy in every aspect of life, everywhere. And again, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Bhagwan, we seek your special grace, a booster from you for the failing economy. Above all those people out there, the great people, people of great sacrifice, slogging day and night with no thought for the family, good food or sleep, at the very risk of their lives, laboring in and out in order to save other lives. We admire them, we get inspiration from them, and we seek your special blessings for their protection, for the health of their body and mind and longevity. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Bhagwan often assured that when we call out his name, we would get help, guidance and protection. So we seek Bhagwan's blessings by singing his name, not stopping it at this hour, but continuing it even privately at home, wherever we are, to give us that protection from the crisis today. Jai Yogi Ramsuratkumar. It's a great auspicious day, the birthday of Sri Buddha. Not only the birthday, it is also the day of nirvana for him. And again, it's the day he took samadhi also. That all the three should fall on the same day, a Purnima day, is a great wonder to everybody. So, it is triple auspicious. And on the Jayanti day of any Mahatma, there will be an extraordinary flow of grace for those who participate physically or mentally. So on this day, we have to bring to our mind Bhagwan's association with the study of Buddha. Even as a young boy, he used to read. He was attracted, he was drawn to the book, The Light of Asia. He started to worship Buddha. And then at the age of 16, when Kapadiya Baba advised him to go to Varanasi, he had a great experience in the sanctum sanctorum of Lord Vishnu and later in Manikarnika Ghat. But after that, what came to his mind was Sarnath, 13 kilometers away from Varanasi. It is in the northeast of Varanasi. Shri Yogiji, at that time, the young boy of 16, he walked all the way thinking that this is the way Lord Buddha walked with his 5 disciples, the first 5 disciples. So he went and reached that place where Lord Buddha made his first teachings. The 4 noble truths he found out under the Bodhi tree. Yogi Ramsuratkumar had a great experience there. His consciousness was lifted to a very high level. He forgot the body. He became ecstatic. And then later when he went back and reported to Kapadiya Baba, Kapadiya Babaji advised him to go to Buddhagaya and touch that Bodhi tree and make prayer. So again, young Ramsuratkumar went all the way to Buddhagaya and prayed there for the same realization which Lord Buddha had. And of course, it's history, the rest is history. Everybody knows how it came to pass. When later, when Bhagwan was talking about Lord Buddha, especially this particular incident, how he walked all the way to Sarnath, he told me what those noble truths were, what those noble truths are even. The first thing is, he said, there is suffering in life. Everybody's life has some suffering or the other. Nobody can be free from that. And then he said the second noble truth is, the root cause of the suffering is only desire. And the third noble truth that Lord Buddha found out was, there is a way out of the suffering. These are the words of Yogi Ramsuratkumar to me. There is a way out of the suffering. And then Bhagwan added as the fourth noble truth, as preached by Lord Buddha, there must be good thought, good word, good action, good faith, good effort, etc. There are 8 pathways and they have to be practiced. The control, the mind has to be controlled and the desire has to be given up. The desire should be uprooted. Only in the state of pure desirelessness, God will take over completely. So when Bhagwan was saying all these things, we had received a book that day, and then Bhagwan asked me to open that book on any page and start reading. And then this piece of conversation came. What was that? It's a conversation between Lord Buddha and one of his disciples who came forward to serve Lord Buddha in a Matalaya. in one of the villages. Lord Buddha always roamed with 10,000 disciples. He never stayed in one place. He was going from village to village, preaching the truths that he found out. And he was getting old. So when this disciple came forward to serve in a Matalaya, Buddha said, you need a certain preparation of mind for this kind of seva. Suppose while doing seva, you make a mistake, sometimes even a terrible mistake, and then people would take it out on you. They will scold you. They will talk all kinds of things about you. What will you do? And the Sishya, that came the reply from the Sishya, from the disciple. Swami, I would still be happy that I got the chance to serve you. And above all, I would think, okay, they are only scolding me. They are only abusing me. They are not beating me. So I would be happy about it. Then Buddha said, suppose it goes to the extent of getting beaten up by people, what would you do? I would still be very grateful to you for giving this opportunity to serve you until then. And then I would think, okay, they are only beating me up. They are not killing me. And then Buddha went ahead and said, suppose a situation arises and then they're about to kill you. What would you do? Then the Sishya said, the disciple said, Swami, I would still be very happy. I would take it as a blessing because till then I'm able to serve you. And then if they killed me, they are preventing me from committing further mistakes, further bad karmas. So they are saving me from certain bad karmas. So it is still a blessing to me. So when he said that, Lord Buddha became so happy. He smiled. He gave a radiant smile to this young man who came forward to serve and blessed him and said, okay, you have passed the test. You are qualified to serve in a Matalaya. This was the story that was reported in that book. Swami was smiling all through the reading, and then he made me read it again and again and again several times. Every time he ended up bursting into laughter. And he was also blessing. So today being Buddha Purnima, these memories are rushing. I thought I would share it with you because it's very relevant to any saver. That whatever happens, Bhagwan always said, whatever happens, happens only by the divine will. And whatever happens is necessary, so it is happening. And God is perfect, so whatever happens is perfect. And it is a blessing in disguise. Every suffering that we go through in life is only a blessing in disguise. It gives you a push towards God. It cleanses us. One day, when we were receiving so many letters in Sudama, every one of them reported some kind of suffering, agony. After reading this, I was very agitated. And then this question came up in my mind. Why? We say, Bhagwan says, my Father is an ocean of mercy. So how could God allow these things to happen to people? People are so agonized over this thing and that thing. Some of them were terrible. We could not even bring out to say that. Then when I raised this question, Bhagwan just looked at me strangely and then pointed out to a gunny bag. And a gunny bag which was serving as a footrest in Sudama because it was rainy season. He said, Devaki, there is something written there. Will you please go and read it? How did he know that something was written there? And what was written there was in Tamil. Anyway, I went and and looked at it. It was written in Tamil that this gunny bag contained number 1 strong rice cleansed of stones, bronze and broken bits. I was thinking, what is it? What is the connection? Here I was asking a very serious question, and all that Bhagwan is telling me is to read all this, and that was in Tamil. We had been walking on it every day and never noticed anything, but Swami knew, and he knew what was written there, and what was more, he was using it to teach me a lesson. And suddenly it dawned on me, oh, every suffering cleanses us of all unwanted things and prepares us for the surrender to the divine. And the minute I understood that, Bhagwan smiled from where he was sitting, raised his hand and blessed me. So every suffering is meant only for cleansing us. It's meant only for our transformation. And it's a blessing in disguise. It gives us a push towards God. So today's atmosphere, it's very, very relevant to recall all this. So let us remember all this, that every suffering is also necessary. It is part of the divine plan. It's meant to transform us. It's a blessing in disguise. At the same time, we can also offer our prayers at the feet of Bhagwan, invoking his grace to give a solution now and salvation later. What is the solution? We pray, Bhagwan,